All right, so we are continuing. We are halfway-ish through our series on the prana vayus. Prana vayus are the directional movements of energy in your body and in your system. We've gone through two so far. The first one was Udana Vayu, the upward and outward movement of energy. We have done yesterday or last week, we did Pran Vayu, which is the inward movement and replenishing movement of energy. Today we're going to do Samana Vayu, and I'll explain that in a moment. Just to cap off the last two, next week we'll do Apana Vayu, the downward and outward movement, and then 2 weeks from tonight we will do Vyana Vayu, which is the energy that kind of moves us into the world. So it moves from the center of our bodies into the universe around us. So it's a very integrating energy as far as like moving out into the world. But we are halfway through, so we're at Samana Vayu. Samana Vayu is the assimilating energetic force or movement of energy. So it's kind of like the spiral that moves from the exterior, from the periphery of the system, all the way to the navel center. So it is all about assimilating air, oxygen. It's about assimilating food. It's about assimilating experiences, psychological, emotional, spiritual, physical. It's digestion on all levels. So this one we actually do quite a bit in my classes because I really vibe on this one. Some types of poses that you can do to help induce this would be like twists, deep belly back bending, like bow pose or locust pose, cobra. When we do core work, we help to stimulate this movement of energy, and you can also stimulate it by focusing on it, just imagining that there's energy moving there, and we will definitely do that tonight. There's pranayamas you can throw at it, breathing techniques, making sure I haven't forgotten anything here. Yeah, so it coalesces at the navel center. So it's all about bringing things in and making sense of them. So it's even about psychological digestion. So if you're trying to process an experience, this is a great practice to connect to help with that. Cool. And we're going to experience that all in an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to do our best. So I'm going to have you bring your hands into a specific mudra for this movement of energy. And so you're going to connect the thumb, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. So it's kind of like you're giving a peace sign. It's actually a really great way to say it. Giving a peace sign, and you're going to turn the palms up on top of your knees. Okay? And in a moment, I'm going to be chanting the chant for Samana Vayu. And what I want you to do is, as you're listening to me chant, is just imagine energy moving in a spiral formation from the exterior to the navel center. And the way you can do that is imagine just your sensory information, the touch on the skin, the smell, the diffused light coming in through the eyelids, any taste, any sounds, and just bringing that energy spiraling all the way to the navel center. Sound good? All right. So go ahead and peace signs. Turn them up on the palms up on the knees. Relax your shoulders and close your eyes. Now, before I start chanting, we'll just go inward a little bit. Aware of your breath. And aware of your breath in your abdomen. Other regions of the body might be moving, but just notice the belly expanding on inhale and relaxing on exhale. Belly expanding on inhale, relaxing on exhale. And do notice your senses. And begin to track yourself assimilating the experience of being in your body in this moment. Sitting here on the floor, listening to my voice, aware of any comfort or discomforts in your body. Instead of responding to any of that, just draw that awareness to the navel center. And keep that up as I chant. Om Namo Samanaya, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Samanaya Swaha, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Namo Samanaya, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Samanaya Swaha, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Namo Samanaya, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Samanaya Swaha, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Namo Samanaya, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Samanaya Swaha, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Namo Samanaya, Samanaya Nama Om. Om Samanaya Swaha, Samanaya Nama Om. Aware of that energy moving to the navel center. Maybe see light at that point, or you can even sense a fire. And as we chant Om 3 times together, see that fire grow not just brighter, but stronger, more potent. Deep breath in 3 times. Just bring your palms to your heart and lower the chin. Honor yourself as you are in this moment, body, breath, energy, and mind. And honoring the one who is doing the honoring. It's from this place within you that we'll practice tonight. Go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. And take the heated palms over your eyes. Brush back over the top of your head, down your neck. Bring yourself back to the room. Welcome. All right, let's go ahead and come onto our backs to start. So coming to lay down. Take your time getting there. But once you are there, hug your knees into your chest. Good. Keep the knees drawn into your chest. Please take your arms down by your side. With your next inhale, please lift your arms all the way overhead, knuckles touch the floor above you. And as you exhale, bring your arms back down to your side. Inhale, lift the arms overhead again. And exhale, bring the arms back down. One more time with just the arms. Inhale, lifting overhead. And exhale, bringing the arms back down. Inhale, lift the arms just like before, and also extend the legs toward the ceiling, reaching through the heels. Exhale, bring the arms down, knees to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, arms down, knees to chest. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bring it back together. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, take the legs up, arms overhead, and let's stay. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your right leg about 4 inches off the floor in front of you. Inhale, pick the leg back up. Exhale, take the left leg forward. Inhale, pick it back up. Right leg, exhale. Inhale, lift. Left leg. Inhale, lift. Again, right leg, exhale. Inhale, lift up. Left leg, exhale. Inhale, lift back up. Let's do 2 more times on each side. Right leg. And lift. Left leg. And lift. Exhale, right leg. And back up. Exhale, left leg. And back up. Go ahead and bring knees into the chest. Hug them in. Take an adjusting breath here. Starting to feel some fire at the navel center. Of course, any other sensations you're feeling, be present with those as well. Good. This time, take your arms down by your side. If you want to, you can even tuck the hands underneath your hips for a little extra support and extend your legs toward the ceiling again. Good. Now notice the connection your lower back is making to the ground in this pose, and do your best to keep your lower back connected. I'll remind you. So go ahead and flex the feet, pull the toes back, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your legs about 45 degrees forward, so about halfway toward the ground. And then inhale, lift the legs back up. Exhale, lower your both legs about 4 inches off the floor in front of you. Inhale, lift all the way back up. We're going to make this more dynamic. Exhale, take both legs all the way forward, about 4 inches off the floor. Inhale, lift only halfway up. I know. Exhale, take the legs forward. Inhale, lift all the way up. Keep going. Exhale, take the legs all the way forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward. Inhale all the way up. If you're shaking, you're doing it right. Keep going. Take the legs forward, 4 inches off the floor. Inhale halfway. Exhale, legs forward. Inhale all the way up. Don't think about it, just do it. Keep going. Legs forward, halfway up. Forward again. All the way up. We're going to do one more round. Keep with it. Take both legs forward, about 4 inches off the floor. Inhale halfway up. Good. Take the legs forward. Inhale all the way up and hug knees into your chest. Whew. Feel free to sigh if you need to. It's a great way to relieve any tension you're feeling. Now we're not done yet with getting this core nice and warmed up. We have a couple more exercises. So holding on to the shins, take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl your chin in towards your throat, bring your forehead up towards your knees, shoulders lift. Now staying lifted here, extend your arms forward, palms face up, and extend both legs forward about 45 degrees off the floor, low boat. Let's just hang out. Don't clench your jaw. Tremble a little bit, it's fine. Deep breath in. And then exhale, knees to chest, relax down. Oh, but there's more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chin to throat, forehead lift. Extend both arms, both legs. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. And then switch. And then switch. Switch legs. Keep going. Keep the shoulders lifting. 3, 2, 1.5, and 1. Knees to chest, relax down. Oh, really feeling that fire building at the navel center. Samana Vayu, all that energy coalescing at the navel center. digesting it, transforming it. Good. And then take your arms out to the side, making a T shape with your body. If there's anything nearby that's kind of in the way, you can do goalpost arms instead. Good. Now keep the knees together, keep the heels together as best you can. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, allow your knees to fall to the right side. And then inhale, bring them back to center. Let's go the other way. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right, turn the chin to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees to the left, turn the chin to the right. Inhale, back to center. Keep going, exhaling to the side, inhaling to center. And do your best to keep both shoulders grounded to the floor the entire time. Good. One more time on each side, please. And take your time getting there, but the next time your knees come back to center from the left side, go ahead and stay and hug them in. Okay. When you're ready, bring your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees, about hip distance apart. Your arms can stay down by your side. When you're ready, go and scoop the pelvis toward the ceiling, coming into bridge pose. And exhale, release the hips back down. Inhale, lift into bridge. And exhale, release down. One more time, we're going to hold the pose. Inhale, come into bridge. And stay. Feet are flat on the ground, all four corners of the feet grounding. And while the hips are pressing up toward the ceiling, feel a little bit of a back bend in your upper back. Your heart bowing towards your chin, and soften your throat, soften your jaw, space behind your eyes, forehead. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the hips on down. Beautiful. Go ahead and take your right arm overhead and roll to your right side. And let's come on up to sit on your heels, like so. Now, if this is uncomfortable, there's a couple of adjustments you can make. If you have a yoga block at home, you can take a yoga block and place it between your feet and prop yourself on that. You could also, with or without a block, place a blanket on top of the heels, like that. And if at the end of the day, sitting on your heels is just terribly uncomfortable, go ahead and come to crossed legs, okay? Since I already have this set up, I'm just gonna roll with it. It's actually quite comfortable. So we're gonna practice a pranayama technique called Bhastrika, which is the bellows breath. And so quite literally, a bellows helps to stoke a fire and really get it nice and hot and nice and big enough to be able to melt metal. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to be doing that per se, but we are going to build this big digestive fire so that we can really handle whatever comes to us. So if you've been in the last two of these classes, we have done Kapalabhati, the breath of fire, which is a forced exhale and a passive inhale. Bhastrika is a forced inhale and a forced exhale, all coming from the abdomen. If you try to do it from the chest, you just hyperventilate and you get really lightheaded. So slowly from the belly, okay? So what it looks like, and I'll just have my hand on my abdomen so you can see it moving. The inhale, feel the belly expand forward, and exhale, pull the navel back toward the spine. Then inhale, belly forward, and exhale, pulling back. So it's not as quick as what we do with Kapalabhati, but it can be a quicker breath as you get used to it. By all means, go at your own pace, okay? We're gonna do 3 rounds of this, and I'm gonna demonstrate what they look like first. The first one is just gonna be sitting tall like this, and we're just gonna do bellows breath for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds, depending on how we're feeling. After that, we're gonna add some movement to it. So I'm gonna turn profile so you can see my spine. With the forced inhale, so we'll take an inhale sitting tall. With a forced exhale, we're gonna drop the chin, do a nosedive, coming forward, and then inhale coming all the way up. So we're snaking down the chin, and then inhale sitting all the way back up. Okay, so that'll be forced breathing. The third round will be the reverse of that, where you'll exhale, fold forward, and inhale, roll up a vertebra at a time. Now, I'll lead you through all that when we get there. I just wanted you to see it in my body before I ask you to do it in yours. Sound good? All right. I'll say turn to the side a little bit so when we start moving, you can see what's going on. All right, again, the first one is just sitting tall, okay? If you want to, you can place a hand on the belly to make sure that the breath is staying there. Okay, feeling the belly. And we'll start to force the breath. Inhale, feel the belly expand into the hand. Exhale, feel it pull back. Three, two, and one. Relax. Feel sensation, fire building in the abdomen, maybe some lightness in the brain. Hoping to move that energy, any stuck energy in the body that needs to be helped to be digested or assimilated, physically, energetically, mentally. So with the movement, the breath still happens forcefully and it still happens from the abdomen. With your forced exhale, you'll drop the chin and roll down the spine. With the inhale, you'll scoop the heart forward, coming back up to a tall spine. So again, that's exhale, drop the chin and roll down. Inhale, scoop the heart forward and sitting up. Okay, so when you're ready, sneaking down, exhale, scooping up, inhale. A few more times. Exhale, snake down. Inhale, sit up. Stay up. And feel energy moving, moving, moving. You might feel like a clearing, that fire getting stronger and brighter. And continuing to stoke that, we'll do our final round of Vastrika. With the exhale, you'll bow forward. With the inhale, you'll roll up a single vertebra at a time until the chin lifts. Then you'll exhale, bow forward again. Inhale, roll up. Please join me. Bowing forward, exhale, roll up, inhale. Almost there. Last one. Rolling up, inhale. And stay. Breathe normally. In addition to that fire in the abdomen, you may feel some sensitivity around the third eye, center of the brain, also the front of the face, kind of the region between the forehead and the bridge of your nose. Taking a deeper, fuller breath. And bring yourself on back. Good job. If anything, we're very connected to our fire now. You can set your props off to the side, and we're going to come down onto our bellies. So coming down onto your abdomen. Take your time getting there. So when you get there, have your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows bent. And feel your belly pressing into the ground, especially with all the fire we're building. That might be you might be more attuned to that sensation right now. And feeling the belly ground, we're going to play around with locust pose, Ardha Shalabhasana. With your next inhale, go ahead and lift the head, chest, and legs rising up. Exhale, float down. You can turn the head to a side if you'd like. Inhale, come back up. Head, chest, and legs lifting. And exhale, releasing down. Again, turning your head if you want to. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do a couple more. All right, come into the pose this next round. Let's hold. Take the shoulders down the back, inner thighs are lifting. Heart is looking forward, and please do breathe. Deep breath in, and exhale, release on down. Good. Go ahead and curl your toes under. Lift your knees away from the floor and push up to plank pose. And then go ahead and stretch back into downward facing dog and take your time there. As you walk the dog out a bit, pressing a heel to the floor as you bend the opposite knee, breathing length into your spine, especially if your legs got stiff as we were sitting earlier. We were seated earlier. Stretch it out. Good. One more breath here. And then inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Stay for a breath or two. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself up to hands and knees. Table pose. So in a moment, we're going to be practicing what's called Uddiyana Bandha, or the navel lock. And what this is a intentionally held breath after exhalation. And when we do that, when we move into certain postures, we actually feel the navel pull into the body and up, helping to reinforce that lock. And it helps to really connect to that digestive fire as well. Now, my caveat here is that if holding the breath out makes you anxious at all, if it makes your heart rate go up substantially, or it makes you kind of feel panicky, don't do it. Or hold out for not as long. So maybe you're holding out for too long. So play around with a little bit, but if at the end of the day, this is just not where you're at in your practice, it's okay. Just do the practice without the breath, okay? So on hands and knees, you'll take a deep breath in and look forward. With your exhale, round the back, tuck the chin and tail under, feel the navel pull back toward the spine, and hold the breath out. As you hold the breath out, sit back in child's pose and feel the navel pull into the body. Now, when you need to inhale, soften the abdomen and come back up to hands and knees. Let's do that again. Exhale, round the back, blow all the air out of your mouth. Hold the breath out, child's pose. Inhale, float back up to hands and knees, softening the belly as you do so. One more time with just child's pose. Exhale, round the back. Hold the breath out, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. So we're going to do the same starting movement where we blow all the air out. This time we're going to come into down dog, okay? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, blow all the air out, round the back. Hold the breath out. Lift the hips into the air. Feel the navel pull in and up toward the heart. Soften the belly. Inhale, float back down onto hands and knees. Now we're going to switch between down dog and child's pose. So every other posture, okay? Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, blow all the air out. Hold it out, child's pose. Inhaling the hands and knees. Round the back, blow all the air out. Downward facing dog. Inhale down onto hands and knees. Blow all the air out. Child's pose. Hands and knees. And though I'm instructing, please go at your own pace. Blowing all the air out, down dog. Hands and knees. And just continue at your own pace for a couple more rounds. One more time for each posture. And once you finish this last downward facing dog, please go to child's pose and breathe normally. Take your time getting there if you're still moving through the practice. And aware of that energy at the navel center. Samana Vayu. All awareness drawing to that single point. Good. Inhale up to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. And just to warm up the legs a little bit more, inhale, lift the right leg into the air behind you. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, help it through. Relax the back knee to the ground and inhale, come up for a crescent lunge. And with your exhale, take your hands to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Back knee to the ground, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down and step back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through, help it along. Back knee to the ground, crescent lunge. And exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Again, left leg and step, crescent lunge. And down and back. Right leg and step, crescent lunge. And down and back. Left leg. Come on up. Good. As you bring the hands down this time, set the back foot forward, Uttanasana. Palms to shins, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up. And then exhale, fold down. Palms to shins again, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. One more time. And then sweep the arms out to the side with a flat back. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. And bring your palms to your heart. Feel sensation, your breath rate, your heart rate. That Samana Vayu, moving everything toward that navel center. All right, so go ahead and take your feet wide apart on your mat and have the toes pointing directly forward so the feet are parallel. If anything, the feet are slightly pigeon-toed, turning inward slightly. You don't want them outward because you want to be able to protect the knees a little bit here. And with this, you'll be able to have more access to your lower back and to your hamstrings. Sound good? All right, so go ahead and reach the arms overhead. Inhale. With your exhale, hinge at the hips, swan dive, fold forward and down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way back up. Let's do that again. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, all the way up. Good. Again, exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Good. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Let's stay this time. Breathe. Good. Now, as you're folding forward here, make sure the knees are not locked. There's just a slight give to them. If you'd like to, you can hold on to the backs of your calves or ankles with your hands. And if you have the access, you can give just a slight tug, pulling your heart between your knees. That's a directional movement, not so much a goal. Good. All right, so with your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up to standing, or reach overhead, and bring the palms to your heart. Good, good. All right, we're gonna play around with some twisting. So keeping the feet parallel, if not pigeon-toed slightly, you're gonna take the arms out to the side. Some of you know this one. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, you're gonna bend your left knee. Sweep your right hand down in front of the foot, and then sweep the left arm into the air, completing the twist. And then inhale, come all the way back up to center. Good. With your next exhale, you're gonna bend the right knee, bring your left hand down, and sweep the right arm into the air, twist. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then we're just gonna continue. Exhale, twist the first direction. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, twist the second direction. Inhale, come back up. And just continue to go at your own pace, your own breath from side to side. Again, we're bending the knee of the leg that we're heading toward, that we're twisting toward. As you exhale, feel the navel pull into the spine. Just a little bit of that Uddiyana Bandha, just a little bit of that suction at the navel. Keep going, we're almost there. Good. As you come up this next time, go ahead and stay up and relax your arms for a moment. Feel that twisting energy at the navel. Maybe it feels like a spiral toward the navel center. Good, good. All right, so we're gonna play around with that twist one more time. And we're gonna add Uddiyana Bandha to the practice, or a hold after exhale more specifically. And for those of you who have practiced this several times before, you might actually be able to connect to the idea of the navel pulling in and up to get more access as we hold the twist, okay? So let's come to the first side. Take your arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your left knee. Bring your right hand down somewhere in front of your left foot. And then finish the twist, taking the left arm into the air. Now, the first thing to do here is that left arm really isn't stacking on top of the shoulder. Just bring the left hand onto your hip and do the work here. It's better than the arm flailing, okay? So take a deep breath in here. With your exhale, blow all the air out of your mouth. Hold the breath out and really roll the shoulder back, the left shoulder, and wrap your right chest toward your left thigh. Good. Now stay here and inhale. Exhale again, blow all the air out of your mouth. Hold the breath out and twist deeper with that space you've created. Inhale here. Exhale, blow all the air out. Hold the breath. Twist deeper. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, blow all the air out. Twist deeper. Good. And then as you inhale this time, just come into the forward fold. So you don't have to come all the way back up. Just kind of walk yourself into the wide leg forward fold and just hang here for a moment. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself up, standing, still wide-legged. Good. So the intention of that, of course, to stimulate Samana Vayu, but also with that space you create when you hold the breath out intentionally in this practice, you can probably twist a little bit deeper than you normally do. So let's see what that feels like on the second side. So take the arms out. Exhale, bend the right knee. Bring the left hand down somewhere in front of that right foot and sweep the right arm into the air. Again, the top arm can come onto the waist or the lower back if you'd like to. And we'll start doing the work with Uddiyana Bandha. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, blow all the air out of your mouth. Hold the breath out. Twist deeper. Staying in the pose, inhale. Exhale, blow all the air out again. Holding out. Feel the navel pull into the body, into the right. Rolling the right shoulder back. Twist, twist, twist. Stay in the pose, inhale. Again. Hold the breath out. Twist. Stay and inhale. One more time. And then as you inhale, carefully unwind again to that wide leg forward fold. Breathe with what you feel. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale, sensation in your body. And then inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Okay, just go ahead and bring the feet closer together. You can turn to face whatever direction works for you. And if you have not had water in a moment, go ahead and have some hydration. All right. I probably should have prefaced the class with this, but I hope you didn't eat too much before this, or else this might be a little uncomfortable. So if that is the case, just be gentle with yourself and maybe watch the recording of this class when you haven't eaten so much, and you might feel something a little bit deeper, but we'll work with what you got. So we're gonna practice, well, there's two options what we're going to do. There is Uddiyana Bandha again, and it's just the navel lock, just like before. And for some of us, we might be able to practice Agni Sara, which is where once we hold the breath out, we can start to flap or fan the flame of the navel center. So really the abdomen is pushing forward and back. And so it's kind of like the same feeling physically that we have with Bastrika, where you force the belly forward, you force it back, exhale, but the breath isn't moving. The breath is being held out, okay? So I'm gonna demonstrate both variations, and then you can pick which one you wanna do tonight, okay? So we're gonna start with the feet about shoulder distance apart. And I'm gonna bend the knees and bring my hands to rest on top of my knees or right around the thighs. And I like my fingers pointing inward. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see my spine. I'm not rounding here. I'm not doing one of these things. The knees are bent. The spine is flat. I'm going to take a deep breath in. With the exhale, I can actually do this and talk, so we're going to fake it this first round. With the exhale, I'm going to bend the elbows and fold forward, blowing all the air out of my mouth. As I hold the breath out, I'll straighten the elbows, flat spine, and then you'll feel the navel pull in and up. So without talking, it's and then I relax the belly forward to inhale. Now to do this, so you can do that variation if you want to. To do this with the flapping of the abdomen, I'll actually come closer to the camera so you can see what's actually going on. Same stance, fingers pointing inward. I'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, I'll bend the elbows, folding forward, then straighten the elbows once I've held the breath out, and then I'll force the belly forward and back, forward and back. So again, I can't do it in talk, so here we go for the silent version. Okay, two variations. Whew. It starts to get hot after a while. So let's all start with Uddiyana Bandha, just the first variation, so we can really feel that navel lock before we start to do anything with it. And then you can decide if you want to take it any further tonight, okay? Feet shoulder distance. Go ahead and bend the elbows, or bend the knees, I should say. Hands on top of the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows, fold forward. Blow all the air out. Hold the breath out. Straighten the elbows. And then feel the navel pull back toward the spine. There's like an inner suction. Just kind of let that happen. And then when you need to inhale, relax the belly forward and do so. Good. Now we can do this with Agni Sara if you'd like to. Same setup, deep breath in. Exhale, blow all the air out, bend the elbows. Hold the breath out, straighten the elbows. And feel the navel suction in and up. And if you'd like to, flap. When you need to inhale, soften the belly and do so. And then we'll do about 3 to 4 more rounds, depending how quickly you go, okay? And again, practice whichever variation you feel most connected to tonight. Keep going. Now, I know from experience, both myself and working with plenty of students over the years, that sometimes you can actually get a catching in your throat, like some sensitivity, or it feels kind of like a choking. That is part of the suction. And a way to alleviate that is to make sure you relax the abdomen before you inhale. So you relax the suction before you inhale, and that'll take care of some of that strain. But if you're new to this practice, it's part of getting used to it, is to learn how to control that. So it's kind of like the stumbling steps you might have to go through as a novice. But I promise the longer you keep practicing this, the less that will be a thing. Let's do about 1 more round, please. And take your time getting there. But when you finish this next round, go ahead and just come to standing and just feel sensation. Especially if that's a new practice for you, you might feel something new. Maybe it's a tingling, maybe it feels like circulation. Quite physically, we have kind of moved around or gyrated a lot of the internal organs, helping to move bile out and fresh fluid in. It's not just energetic digestion or just psychic digestion, it's definitely helping with the physical assimilation of nutrients, making the internal organs cleaner, stronger, more flexible, in some ways softer, some ways harder. Okay. Taking a deeper, fuller breath and bringing your awareness back. All right. So, what we're going to do next is called, I'm not sure what the Sanskrit name for it's called, but it's called Fists in the Belly Kriya. Some of you have done this with me before. It's either your favorite or it's your least favorite thing we've ever done. So I'm going to have you come back to a kneeling position, so sitting on the heels, and you can use a block between the feet. Again, if you'd like to, or a blanket underneath the heels. I do, to the best of your ability, recommend sitting this way. The good news is we won't be sitting upright like this for very long. Eventually we'll be folding forward, which will take some of the pressure off of the ankles. So if you need to sit a different way right now, go ahead and do so. So to do this kriya, to do this practice, you're going to take your hands and you're going to fold your thumbs in first and then take all 4 fingers over the thumbs. It's a way you're not supposed to hold a fist, because if you were to punch a wall or somebody, you'd break your thumb. But we're cool to do it right now, okay? So thumbs wrapped within the fist, within the fingers. And then you're going to locate your floating rib cage. So your sternum is right here. This downward V starts right here. Your floating ribs is right around that region. You're going to take the knuckles of your thumbs right against that, and then you're going to scoop them down and up and inward. So it's like you're trying to get your fists underneath your floating ribs. It's actually kind of, you actually are trying to get your fists underneath your floating ribs. And once you do that, you'll maybe start to feel some cramping, possibly around your diaphragm. So breathing might feel a little bit labored for a moment, but you will get used to it, I promise. And then from here, you're just going to keep scooping the fists underneath the rib cage. Now I'm going to go quickly for this next part. You're going to go slowly. Keep working your way in, and you're going to start to fold forward. And eventually you may come down with your forehead toward the floor. Okay, I went really quickly. You're going to go really slowly through that because there's a lot happening in the abdomen as we're doing that. Okay, I'll walk with you through it. So if you haven't already started, again, making the fists, Bring the fists together, kind of locate the area under the sternum, and then scoop the fists in and under the ribs. You got to kind of move things around sometimes. You might start to feel that little cramping in the diaphragm. And this is natural if it brings up things like fear or panic. And what I want you to do is I want you to stay with that because that's just discomfort. There's nothing to run from here. We're not in any danger. And just breathe. Keep scooping the fists under. You can start to round forward, but do go slowly. And you can wiggle the fists a bit here. Pushing in, compressing those internal organs. If you reach a point or points where you do feel some cramping, stay there. Or you can back up a little bit, but stay there and breathe until it passes. And it will pass. Just breathe with it. Be patient with it. And then once it passes, you can dig a little deeper. Again, noticing when those feelings of discomfort arise, whether that be physical or psychic. And breathe. Please, please breathe with it. Allow some patience here. We've been stimulating the third energy center, which, in addition to fire of digestion, it's also a place of courage. So know that you have all the energy you need to face any discomfort or fear that arises, again, physical or mental. Now you're in here really deep. No matter how far you've gone, trust me, if you spend any kind of time in this practice, you'll go deep. I want you to be very careful and go slowly as you come out. Lifting the body up first and keep the fists under the ribs and in the gut until the very last moment. And then sit in stillness. Don't move. Don't turn away from anything you're feeling. There's no need to shift yet. Peace. 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 Om Samanaya Swaha. Take a deeper breath. All right. So I just want to do a couple more things before we come to Shavasana, but we're very, very close. And we'll do them on our backs. So go ahead and come to lie down. And prep for bridge pose, heels underneath your knees, hip distance apart, arms by your side. And take your time and be gentle because the belly is still adjusting. Come into bridge pose. Staying in the pose, breathe to your belly. For those of you who know how to bind, go ahead and bind this posture, clasping the hands and walking onto the sides of the shoulders. Deep breath in. And carefully release down onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Pull them in. Now, with your knees drawn into your chest for just a few rounds of breath, breathe to your belly. And what you'll find is that the abdomen presses in toward your thighs as you inhale and relax away as you exhale. Now take your time, but as you feel complete here, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor and make yourself ready for Shavasana. Feel free to bring any props where you need them, maybe a blanket under the head, covering up. You could dim the light in your space if you'd like to. Take your time. And as you come to rest, bring your awareness to the navel center. That energy between the pubic bone and the floating ribs. It's more than just the third chakra, it's the entire region of the belly. Feel, sense, see a fire there. And feel energy from around your body and within your body, spiraling clockwise, coalescing at that center point of the navel. You might see it as light or fire or just sensation. When your thoughts try to trail you away from this awareness, allow those thoughts to be a part of the awareness. Allow them too to spiral to the center of the navel. Peace, peace, peace. Go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Make some gentle movements. Your hands and feet, your arms and legs. And rolling to your right side. And transitioning to a seat from here. If you're still moving toward a seat, continue to go at your own pace. Once you're there, sit tall. Crown of the head lifting. And bring your hands into the Samana Vayu mudra. The thumb touching the tips of the ring finger, and the pinky finger, the other two fingers extended, so it's a peace sign. And have the palms resting face up on top of your thighs or knees. And visualize the universe, everything in it, our planet, the other planets in our solar system, the sun, all the stars, all the galaxies. Just kind of hold that in your awareness, the vastness of the universe. And all the energy contained therein. And we'll use that imagery for our meditation practice. So keep that kind of in your mind. With your next inhale, draw these forces down through the top of your head, down your spine to the navel center. So inhale, draw it down. Hold the breath in and feel fire burning up and transforming itself into a powerful blaze, a powerful fire. The energy shifting into that. And then exhale, let all those forces from the navel spread into every tissue of your body and all the layers of your mind and heart. And then we'll do that 9 more times. Inhale, draw the forces of the universe down through the top of the head, into the spine, to the navel center. Hold the breath in and feel fire ignited and burning up, transforming into a blaze. And then exhale, spread that fire, those forces into the tissues of your body and the layers of your mind and heart. Inhale, drawing the forces of the universe down through the spine to the navel, transforming into a flame. Holding the breath in. And exhale, see that flame, that energy expand into every tissue of your body, all the layers of your mind. Inhale, drawing energy in, turning it into flame, holding the breath in, seeing the flame. Exhale, expanding that into every cell, particle of your being. About 6 more times. Holding the breath in for just a little bit before exhaling. About one more time. And as you complete this exhale, release the technique and bring your awareness to the navel center. And visualize Samana Vayu as a spiral of multicolored energy and light anchored at the navel, becoming more increasingly concentrated the more you concentrate. Multicolored light spiraling as Samana Vayu at the navel center, providing luminosity, stability, and centeredness. And as that multicolored spiral becomes stronger, more concentrated, it's as if the tendrils at the end of the spiral become longer. You feel that power spreading from those tendrils, that multicolored light soaking into every aspect of your being, this body, this brain, energy concentrated at the navel. That assimilating force in your mind, experiences, information, all that needs to be digested. The power now present. In the back of your mind, keep that spiral going, helping you to digest whatever it is you need help digesting. Feel the breath in your body. Take a deeper, fuller breath as you bring your palms to your heart and bow your chin and honor that Samana Vayu within you, that assimilating force of prana. And may all of your work here tonight And this practice keep you connected to that directional movement, to that Samana Vayu. So until we meet again, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all so much for being here and practicing. If you want to keep up with Samana, you can rewatch this video once it's posted online. I talk about it on page 5 of my book. There's a practice in the last section or last chapter of the book that was really good for this on page 160 called Digestive Fire. It's a sequence of practices. Yeah, just keep up with it. It's a really good one to come back to time and time again. And of course, if you have any questions or anything, please let me know, and I'd love to discuss with you as well.